Hello there and welcome to Natural Stone Systems Do-It-Yourself Granite TV. Today we're going to start on episode 1 in a spot that might not make the most sense, but since I'm running the camera, it's going to be where I'd like to start. So we're going to talk about rodding. Rodding is what you do to structurally improve granite. And the spots that you would do it, you can choose to do it wherever you'd like. Where it's most commonly done are in fragile, thinner pieces, or in the front and the back of stovetop cutouts or sink cutouts. So when I'm rodding, I'm going to do a lot of this stuff in real time. I'm not going to stop the camera. I want you to see exactly how long it takes to do these specific things. So if you are doing this yourself, you know the amount of effort and the amount of time that it's going to take to accomplish this task. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to introduce what is a rod. The rod that I'm going to use is a 1/4 inch piece of all thread. Now this all thread here is about 36 inches long. The tool that I'm going to use to rod is an angle grinder, and you can use any brand that you'd like. And I'm going to use 2 different blades. The reason why I'm going to use this one, and this is a rodding blade, and you can get rodding blades from any granite supplier, and I'm going to start off by using that one so that you can see if it's something that you'd like to use. And then lastly, to finish it out, I'm going to use just a regular blade so you can see what it would take if you were going to do rodding and you needed to do it the most cost-effective way that you could. So here we are. We're going to start out. The first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to get the all thread. We're going to put it right where we'd like to have it be. I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to mark that line, and I'm going to go past it just a little bit. So the only thing that I have done here is I've put a line on the back of the granite. So we're going to start rodding. So first, like I said, we're going to start with the rodding blade, and then we'll switch over to the regular blade. Okay, so as you can see here, real time, real blade, real dust. Ouch. So we're going to switch over to the regular blade and we will finish this out. Okay, and then I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Actually, I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so with the rodding blade, you can see that what it did is it just created a channel the right width so that that all thread goes right in. Okay, and the only thing that you want to be careful of when you are doing it is you just don't want to go too deep. If you go too deep, is that a problem? The answer is absolutely. Okay, so now to get the camera and show you what I did. Here what we've got is I just cut, so I transitioned over. Right here you can see is where we were using the rotting blade. We switched over now and I just made 2 grooves on the outside of that line there. So now that I've got those, all I'm going to do is take this blade and work it back and forth. So here's what you'll see. Right here is where we switched over and we transitioned over to the other one. So can it be done with both kinds of blades? The answer is absolutely. So the rod fits in nicely, 36 inches down this 4-inch piece of granite. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to glue it in. So what you want to do is make sure that this is very well cleaned out. A couple of things that the glue will not stick to are dust and water. So I could get an air hose, I can get some denatured alcohol or some acetone and clean that out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue it. Okay? So to glue this, we are going to take a polyester adhesive, and I like flowing, and I already know that it takes about a half cup. So I'm going to take that. You can see here I've got about a half cup worth of glue. This is the hardener. It's 100 to 1. I'm going to go just a little bit strong. And then I'm going to mix it up. One of the things you want to make very sure of that you do is mix your adhesive well. Now this glue, the only thing I'm not going to show you in this video is exactly how long it takes for the glue to set. And that can vary. It can vary based on temperature and how much hardener you add. But it should take about 10 minutes for this glue to get hard. And if you're doing this, here's why I like flowing. Before you put the rod in, I'm going to pour a bead and get the bottom of that channel nice and full. I'm going to take the rod, I'm going to drop it in, I'm going to push it down, and then lastly I am going to top it off. For the rodding to be effective, the thing that you need to make sure of that you do is you need to make sure that that rod is totally encompassed in the adhesive. Okay? So, let's take a look at this. Here's what we've got. We have got the adhesive and the rod. The rod is totally submerged, and the only thing that we want to make sure of that we do now and it doesn't really make a big difference if you do this or not, it just makes more sense to do it now because it's easy. Wipe it down so that you don't have a big bubble there, because if you're using this for it's going to be a sink run. You just need to make sure that you don't have something that's holding that sink run, that edge up in the air. Okay, So now that we've got that, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch gears, and I'm going to show you why it is important to rod. Okay? So what we've got here is, I have a piece of granite, 3/4 of an inch thick. We're going to stack bricks up on here. This one is not rotted. And we're going to see what it takes to break that piece of granite versus this one, the exact same size, exact same width, but this one has the rod in it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to start stacking these bricks. I don't know what they weigh, but what I do know is that it is pretty heavy. 3 bricks. 4. And I'll tell you, I'm not exactly sure what the results are going to be, so we will be surprised together. We're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we know what the answer was. So we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to start over with this one. So you can see here, it's rotted. We've got that same 1/4 inch all thread that's in here. That piece was 37 1/4. This one is 37 1/4. And they're both just about 4 inches light for width. So, placed in the same spot, and we will start stacking bricks. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're probably going to have to cheat just a little bit. Because that's pretty tall. I'll jump up here. And we will keep stacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14. So here's what I'm saying about cheating. Probably gonna have to come here. 15. So right now, you be the judge. Is rodding worth it? Why would you rod? The reason why I would rod is because if I'm going to install my granite, I need to make sure that I can get it from point A to point B without a problem. And that's what this does. Holy cow. So we more than doubled the amount of bricks that we put on there, and we still haven't had a problem. So let's go ahead and cover this. We're going to take a look. Oh, guess our bricks broke a little bit. And you tell me, is rodding worth it? So that is episode 1 of Granite Natural Stone Systems Do-It-Yourself Granite Television. Go ahead and leave some comments. Let us know some things you'd like us to address. We're going to be dealing with in future episodes polishing, cutting out sinks, undermount sinks, cooktop cutouts. Let us know what you'd like to have done first, and if this was something that helped you out. We appreciate you coming and viewing our channel.